Everything. Daniel, who are you?
Well, I guess it's the way it works usually is. Holla at your boy, it's Daniel, a.k.a. Gap Tooth Warrior, a.k.a. Battlestar Galactica. That's me. You can find me on social media as Battlestar Galactica.
We have no audio.
Uh-oh, we have no audio?
Radio silent.
Oh, no. Please, guys. Hopefully we'll get it up.
I hear it.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
I hear it.
Yeah?
So, I don't know if it didn't have it from the beginning or not, but I have it.
We should be now. I'm hearing it, yeah, on the
My name is Sarah.
Hey.
I like warm hugs. And if you'd have me, I'd take all jugs. Ooh. Oh, so thirsty. Oh, so thirsty. G-I-N-G-E-R-D-A-L-E. Gingerdale.
Hey.
Gingerdale.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank
you. That was a lot. That was a lot. Well, you guys, we already introduced ourselves. Thank you guys for that part. Hope you guys loved it.
It was good. I liked it.
What do they say? Are they already get subtitles? Yeah, man. That would be interesting. Who's the producer today? Someone that's amazing. That's who the producer is. That's right. That's right.
She's here doing what she doesn't normally do because she's usually with us on this side. Josh couldn't be here today.
Yeah,
so she's taking over.
Exactly. Oh my God. And coming through in the clutch. I gotta say that. Thank you once again. You guys don't understand how much it takes to get a show together. I mean, there's the whole setup, technical work that has to be done, physical work, setting up.
It's not just one button.
Oh, no.
It's like 12 settings that change every time you turn the thing on.
Immediately. And then it also changes according to like what's happening live. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Yeah. And honestly, it's something that I want to say once again, thank you. You guys, producers don't get enough love because really there's a lot that they go through. So be nice, be kind to the producers because trust me, without them, there is no show. Yeah. There is nothing. We can't shoot this on a phone.
Andy wants to turn that into a GIF. Please do that.
Oh, that would be good.
If you turn that into a GIF, I will send you this Riverdale comic.
Yes, that's right. Actually, that's something that we forgot. You guys.
No one sent us in any of their ideas.
Well, we also did that little problem where it was taken down, put back up.
That's right. So we still don't know what happened with that.
Yeah. So with that being the case, actually, I think if you do turn that into a gift, we will send you this exclusive Riverdale comic. Also, I guess, what do we want to have as far as a reason why people should be able to put one up? Should we have them make their own cheer?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
That's a great one.
Make your own
video a cheer, put it on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, and tag us.
Yes. Instagram, Facebook, or even Twitter.
I'll take Twitter.
Yeah.
If you can
do a video cheer just like that, go ahead and put it up. We will send you out one.
Yes.
That's it. Has to be a good one.
Please do it.
You gotta choose.
Will Ferrell and that other woman whose name I always forget. Cheryl Terry.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you're on it today.
Nailed it.
So you guys do that. Trust me, we'll go ahead and send you out a Riverdale copy of Riverdale.
And please let us share it around because we have to share the Gingerdale love.
We got to retweet it. We got to get it out there. It would be so dope because I think we could actually start something that would be really good. Just hashtag Gingerdale
cheer.
Yeah. Hashtag Gingerdale cheer. That will be it. Hashtag Gingerdale cheer. You do that. So you go ahead and put it up. hashtag Gingerdale Cheer. That's something that's going to be unique for us. People will love it, and we'll find it immediately. We'll be able to share it around. Make it viral, guys. So share it with your friends. Make them start making up some. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Good. It's going to be good.
I'm just going to repeat a little bit of our intro just because I'm not sure when the audio kicked back in.
Exactly.
Welcome to Gingerdale. This is that hashtag show's Riverdale after show. If you haven't watched Riverdale and you're watching this, welcome. But also watch it.
Yes.
Because it's fantastic. Oh. I'm Sarah. You can find me at Roguetastic on all social media. And I love this show. And I'm a Jughead fan.
Danielle? I'm definitely in the Church of Jughead. That's
Church of Jughead. It's like Church of Ernie, but better.
Yeah, right.
And right.
I'm a disciple. I'm a disciple.
That's the cult I belong to.
There you go. Well, why wouldn't you? You know, you get to eat.
You're in a cult. Call your father.
Yeah, you're in a cult. Call your father. I get to eat and enjoy myself, but I guess I'll do my intro again.
Just to be safe.
All right, just in case, because I want to make sure people know who I am and what's going on. Holla at your boy. I love doing it that way. I love it. Holla at your boy. What's up? It's the Gap-Tooth Warrior, a.k.a. Battlestar Galactica. That's right. It's me, Daniel. That's where you can find me on social media, Battlestar Galactica, spelled the way it's said. I know, that's funny. So that's where you'll find me. But this is, once again, Gingerdale, where we talk everything Riverdale.
And I wear a Giants shirt today because the Dodgers lost. Holla.
Yes. So, now we've gone through our introductions and everything else. Let's get on with the show.
Can we talk about... I just have to say this. With the way... Because we also do Watchtower together where we talk about all the superhero shows on the CW.
Yeah.
And I think it's really apparent with how great Gingerdale has been for the first... We're only 3 episodes in.
Only 3. That's true.
That this is where their money and focus is. Because all the superhero shows are really lacking right now.
Right now, as far as ratings and everything else, they are. And this is the highest rated show on the CW, I think, besides Supernatural.
Yes.
I think so. Supernatural and then Riverdale. So it's literally just like that. Think about that, guys.
I could be wrong. Correct us if we're wrong. It's totally fine. We can have a corrections corner.
Yeah, but man, it's worth it. This show is so good. So good. From season 1 to season 2, there's been just great improvement. Yeah. And you saw the improvement coming all through season 1. Like, it was just ramping up, saying, oh, we're getting better. You guys don't think so? Trust me. And then, boom! Like, seriously.
I don't know if you watched Vampire Diaries or not.
No.
But Vampire Diaries is very much like that. I watched the first, I want to say like 3/4 of the first season. And they had a full 22 episode first season.
Oh, really?
And I was like, this show is garbage. I'm on like episode 14. What am I watching? And my brother is like, no, keep going. I promise you. It gets great. And I was like, fine. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, and it just never stopped. It just kept climbing. And that show was fantastic.
Well, okay.
So I feel like Riverdale, they kind of took a hint from that with Riverdale, and they're like, we're just going to slow climb, but we only have 13 episodes to do it the first time. So true. Slow climb into a rock star, and they just aren't going to let up. The pedals to the metal. Yeah, guys.
It's good. It's good. I love it. Good. And every bit of it is worth watching. The show has not stopped, like you said. It's a thrill ride. It's a roller coaster. You get the feels. You get everything with the show. So let's start talking about it. Yeah. So right off the bat, what was... Starting off the show, what did you feel?
Starting off, Moose is alive! I love Moose. Only because I need him to stick around so Kevin stays relevant.
Yes.
And I really think Kevin is important. His story arc this season is so important. And Midge is alive. And like, you know, I'm so excited. And I was like, oh, not Barb.
Oh yeah,
there's like a lot of little moments.
That moment.
And I just, Archie, I'm going to need to have a moment with you. Please don't take advice from a career criminal.
Literally. And the thing is, for me, it's just, he lends himself to being manipulated.
Oh my gosh.
Because, you know, Hiram loves to manipulate. And immediately, here goes Archie, this young, impressionable youth, who... Unfortunately, we've seen you guys. I mean, it happened
with Miss Grundy. Yeah. She's a child predator, and that's exactly what happened there.
That's what they call her.
So that's what I will call her. That's what we will call her.
So that's the language they use. So we can use that too.
Yeah.
So, but right there, you guys seen the episode. We're gonna go all around it. We're gonna talk here, talk there.
It's not gonna be linear. We're just gonna have a conversation.
Exactly. So
jump in. I'm watching the chat. Yes. I got you.
My thing with that was just like, okay, Archie, just focusing on Archie in every bit of this episode for Archie.
Yes.
We start off with him automatically like, okay, he just got the gun. So, he's feeling like, I'm a bad A, and I got the gun, and I'm going to do all this. Yeah, right?
And his dad's like, whoa. Well, I was the one that was shot, so I'm going to need you to calm down.
I'm going to need you to calm down, and he's right.
I need you to let the sheriff handle it.
Oh, my
I need you to be a grown-up.
Every person he speaks to, he's like, well, he had the green eyes, so I have to...
Those green eyes are very distinct.
They are.
Even, like, Moose was like, the eyes.
Yeah, right. He was, very cryptic. The eyes. And so Archie's obsessed. Yeah.
But they were like the devil. They were empty. Midge jumped into that.
Oh, man, but he was so,
hashtag justice
so
for Barb.
Oh.
Yeah, Anna.
Well, thank God. She didn't die. She didn't die, so that's true. That's right, justice for Barb, because she did not die. Bravo. But Archie, my gosh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Last season, I was slightly annoyed with Archie. I'm sorry. This season, I am completely annoyed with Archie.
I do have to say that I'm actually really glad they got rid of his music storyline. I feel like the writers and the producers heard the fans.
Yes.
And we're like, can we not have this? Like, we don't care about Archie and we need to care.
Oh my
We care about everybody else. And so they got rid of that music storyline. The Pussycat Dolls will be back.
Yes.
They're not gone.
Yes.
But I get it. But I see your point. Mm-hmm. But I also like that they're actually giving Archie a purpose and a slightly bigger purpose. Hold, please.
Okay.
Don't give me that face.
All right.
Not the face,
okay,
Daniel.
I'll wait.
A big thing happened with his father. Whether his father died or stays alive, I think if his father died, it would have been too far. I think Fred Andrews needs to stay alive.
Okay.
Because he's the moral compass. He's the one who grounds him. So as now that Archie's going off of this, we need a gun. We need to protect ourselves. We need to make sure. And his dad's like, whoa. So now you have, it's kind of like the devil and the angel on his shoulder.
Oh.
You've got Fred Andrews chirping in his ear saying, son, listen to me. Let them do their job. Stay a kid. And then you've got Hiram, hey, maybe you should take it into your own hands.
Yeah.
Hey, you should strike back and use fear and terror. Wah. And he's like, no, that's my son. And he's like, this is my daughter's boyfriend. I'm grooming him.
Yeah, I'm grooming him.
Nonsense.
Here's alcohol. You're underage, child. Underage drinking. That's something that apparently happens on the show frequently now. We started with the mimosa. Yeah. And now we have this. So it's kind of like,
that's different though. They were like Gossip Girl. They were Upper East Side rich kids.
Exactly, right? It's like, come on. If there's a definition for a rich latchkey, that's it.
That's exactly who they were.
So it was like, you know what? Look, I make the money. I can do what I want. I'm showering.
Chuck Bass's life.
Yeah, right. But that's them. But my thing's still with Archie. Like, okay. He has the gun, and he's like, all right, I'm feeling myself. They had the music playing. I was like, yeah, Archie, shoot somebody, because the music, it gets me. Yeah.
I get
it. Then after that, we get to the next scene, he's like, no, we're not going to use any violence, because blah, blah. We're going to protect the town.
His dad
talks to him. Exactly. And the thing is, it's great. Like you said, I didn't think about it. He's a great moral compass, because it's like, hey, Archie, okay, you're clearly, like, the helium is in your body and you are floating. Let's put some weights on you, just bring it back down.
Bring it back down.
And he did. And it was great that he did. But then, all of a sudden...
Because what did Archie create with his friends? A neighborhood watch.
Yes. He called it we're going to... And, oh my God, this is the part that was annoying. It's just...
The red circle, neighborhood watch.
But the thing is, so he sees a comic, and that's what makes him want to do it. So he's like, yeah, because the red circle, yeah. Like, little kid kind of thing. That's what kids do. And sure enough, so what does he do? And we're going to do it too, guys. And no intimidation, blah, blah. And we're going to be called the red circle. Like, oh
circle
my God.
is unity.
Yeah, right? Right. He's like, come on,
unity.
Guys. And it was just like,
eternal
oh God.
Equality.
And I'm looking at him just like, wow.
Yeah.
He's so stupid. He's going to be the first one stabbed. Like, that's all I'm thinking to myself.
He's going to be the first
He's
one
so excited. Like, he's going to run out and,
neighborhood
watch, what's going on? Oh, God, no. And that's going to be it for Archie.
But then he goes to dinner because Veronica, for whatever reason, needs her friends to be friends with her father. I mean, I don't know about your family. Like, my mom was kind of like the neighborhood mom because she would rather have, like the kids at her house and running amok.
Yes.
But I didn't feel the need for my friends to be friends with my parents.
I wasn't friends with my parents, so I don't want my friends to be friends with my parents.
It's weird.
No.
It's weird.
They're my parents, and that's how you'll know them. And that's it. It's like you're not going to pal up with them. Oh, hey, Mr. Jerome, we're going to go out to... No! Yeah. I don't get to do that. You don't get to either.
Yeah, and like you said, like Hiram invited, he's like, have you had rum before, Archie? And I was like, is this a test?
Yeah,
and I wasn't, like Archie's face, like, what do I say? And Veronica's like, oh yeah, Daddy, he would love some. I'm like, I'm sorry, are you pushing this on your underage boyfriend?
And once again, how old is
Why is she such a pusher?
Speaking about, screw it, talking about being a pusher, she is pushing her mom in so many ways.
Oh, it's great though.
Oh my gosh, like, here's a line, come on and cross it. Here's a line, come on and cross it. She keeps pushing her mom. And it's like, I don't know if that's going to be good for her. Because that line, hold on, I got to go to the notes. Because it was...
What, with her wanting to be part of Daddy's business now?
Yeah, well, the thing is, the mom says to her at the, I called it dinner with Dad, said, the king will always keep her at length. She will never be allowed in his private throne room. And right there, it was, okay, you know what? The alcohol leads to backhanded confessions. Because the thing is, that's exactly how she feels. And she's telling her about it. And the thing is, she kind of turns it around and says, oh, you know, the princess won't be leaving, and et cetera, et cetera. But it's very much like we said when we broke down the season before, how we said pretty much the whole Macbeth kind of thing. Yeah. She's literally now Lady Macbeth. Instead of roaming the halls due to madness, it's roaming the halls, well, it is still madness, but it's madness brought on due to drinking to try to calm the voices, you know, to dull the pain that she feels, seeing that, all right, Hiram wants to connect with her more than he wants to connect with me. I'm your wife. I suffered and struggled while you were in jail.
But she is
as far as you know.
But like Hermione has made a weird character shift. Because all of first season, like she was a waitress.
Yeah.
2 months ago.
She was a rich person that was like slumming it, and it was like, oh, that's so real. Now not anymore.
And then all of a sudden, like, and she was having an affair with Fred, and then like now all of a sudden her hubby is out of prison, and she's just like the perfect wife, drinking her life away. Like it's really weird, and she's super bitchy.
Oh,
like she keeps coming for Veronica, and Veronica's not having it, and it's like.
What does Kiki say? Don't come for me because I did not send for you.
I didn't send for you. Don't come for me. I didn't send for you.
And that's exactly it. Where it's like, oh no, we're not dealing with this right now. Yeah. And it's just, she keeps blocking her at every path. Speaking of blocking, let's talk about the cock blocker. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. Betty! My God, how much do you hate your own friend's happiness? I mean, yes, I understand the protection. Yeah. But, jeez. It was like,
it was very judgy.
All of a sudden, she became, all right. Like, you know, just like, literally, I don't know about this. This is not acceptable. I worry about your safety, but it's not acceptable. It's not something you should do.
Well, like, Kevin's not wrong. Betty does live in this little bubble of perfectness. He like her little pink peaches, rose-colored glasses. Who do I like today more, Archie or Jughead? Yeah. You know, and he lives in a very different world. Ooh. There's no openly gay people where he is. Even Moose is slightly in the closet still.
Man, that was something.
And Joaquin was like the one person he had, and he left for his own safety. So now, because he doesn't want to use, what did they didn't call it grinder. They called it like grind him.
I was looking at my notes. They called it grinding.
Grinding?
Yeah.
Grinding? I don't remember.
But it was like pretty much it's grinder. And if you guys don't know what that is, trust me, you don't need to.
Yeah. Like, it's a gay dating app. Hookup app, whatever.
Hookup app.
I have friends who use it.
No judgment here. I have friends that use it.
I like to look at it. I'm not gonna lie. I like to see if I know anyone.
See if you know anyone. Oh my God, I do that every time. I have. Oh my God, I have gay friends at work. Immediately, every day, they will tell you the first thing I do.
That was really
what about that guy? You like that? Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, that dude. Huh? Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Send a message.
But he doesn't have that option in this tiny town.
No.
So instead he goes, what do you call it? Late night jogging? So it's okay. He called it night jogging.
Night jogging.
He's going night jogging.
And immediately when he says it, the shade is so easily cast. Like, oh my God, like Weeping Willow, just boom.
Oh, Kevin, you're so handsome.
Immediately, once he said it, he was like, oh, night jogging. You better go. I was like, oh, like she knows exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to put you on Front Street.
And I get it. She's worried because that is actually very dangerous.
It is.
He's going out in the middle of the night.
Cruising
for hookups for people who are also, like, he's not in the closet, but for those who are.
Exactly.
And to feel something.
Boy.
It's really deep and it's really sad.
I do love
that. Carlos created a cheer for us on Twitter. We'll have to check it out later.
Oh, we will, definitely. I gotta say though, like with that whole part with Kevin, his connection as far as with Moose.
Yeah.
It was
so beautiful.
Good. It was pure. It was a speech that was like, oh my God, this should be written somewhere and people need to hear it. And it's like, it's amazing. It took Moose getting shot for him to actually say
a moment of clarity.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was his 50 Cent or Game moment, you know, because both of them got shot and they became superstars. So because that's what happens. It didn't happen to me. But so that was interesting.
Oh, yeah. Andy brings up a great point. He's like, what's up with Cheryl? Cheryl was so meddlesome. He's like, I felt her sincere concern for Kevin had an agenda. I love Queen C, I do, but I wasn't sure what her agenda was. I'm honestly not. I think she's bored.
Yeah, I think so. Because now Mommy Dearest is kind of back to walking, even though she's still, you know.
Yeah.
But now you can't hold her tube anymore, so what do? You know, like, what do I do to get some excitement and know that I'm still in charge? Ooh, yeah. I know what to do. Make sure I ruin Kevin's life.
Right.
And
so
do
she
it with Betty.
Reamed Betty a new one for even
so good,
caring for 2 seconds. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, Kevin, watching him leave on his jog. And she's like, oh.
She looked at him like,
okay. And then calls Betty and then finds him in the woods. And then they have it out with, like, hashed out with each other.
Oh my God.
But Cheryl, I love you, meddlesome woman.
I did love in that moment where he was like giving her the business back. Yeah. Where he was
Cheryl's
like, "Oh, really? Like, oh, yeah!" Like that was so good. When he was telling her like, "Oh, well, you know, let's talk about you with your BDSM lifestyle." Like all of a sudden out of nowhere, and she was like, "True." And she had the light too, like
Dark Betty.
Like Dark Betty. I was like, "Oh, damn!" Like that was on it. I loved it so much. Yeah. And it's just like, even though I can get annoyed with her, I gotta say, she looked good on this episode too.
Cheryl, she always looks great.
No, sometimes I get annoyed with the lipstick. Like I just feel
the red. You don't like the red?
Because it's just like they make her so like starch white, and then after that, just bow, here goes. It's just like it's sometimes. Don't look that bad in real life. Yeah, it's just, but it's so jarring.
Well, have you seen her in videos though? They do. They're that big.
Oh, really? They are.
They don't look that bad.
No, they don't look that bad though. It just I just feel like they do the color correction and everything, and it's just like, oh, this is, it's kind of alarming. But later you see her, like you said, like her Snapchat and Instagram feed is actually very good. She's ratchet.
She's like another hilarious. Bella Thorne to me, and I love Bella Thorne so much.
I gotta say I do. I just think she looked great. She looked great in this episode.
Like, did she just want to mess up Kevin and Betty's friendship, or just see what would happen? I think she just wanted to see.
Yeah, I think it's more of it. No,
I think she's just bored, and she's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I care, but I don't care.
But I don't.
But I care.
But I care. But I don't.
But I don't.
Like I said,
she's kind of playing both sides of this whole thing.
I was looking at it, I was like, literally, like I signed a DNR before I started this episode. Do not resuscitate. And all she did was show up with the paddles, like, ready to give your life, clear, bow. And she just kept everything she did. I was like, yes. It was so good. Cheryl was just on it. Who else was on it? Which we just met, which we broke the news and told you she would be on the show.
Tony Topaz?
Tony Topaz.
I think she's so cute.
Gosh. I did want the hair. Like the low-cut hair.
Yeah,
I wanted that.
I wanted that. When she showed up, I actually didn't think it was Tony.
Yeah, okay.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, well, who else could it be? And then she said her name. I was like, okay. But I wanted, because this girl just has like kind of like the blonde with a little bit of the pink in it. And I really wanted that short, tomboyish hair.
It would have been
I didn't
great.
Get it.
Yeah, it would have been great because I would have loved that. I have a thing. I like the
short and colorful.
It's so great. But still, even without it, with the long hair, don't care, and she had the
She's
color
so cute.
in it.
She's a beautiful girl.
She is, and she's tough. Because
Super
we
tough.
found out immediately she's part of the servants.
Yep.
You know? And it was like, it was kind of like a thing, the way she kind of put it was like, hey, there's survival, and then there's trying to live. I'd rather just automatically survive. It was one of those. So, yeah, that's why I'm a servant. Don't question it. Let's go. You know, and that was it.
Don't hang out there because the ghoulies will get you. You need to sit with us. And Jughead, because Jughead's stubborn, and he's like, no, I'm at this like new school. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be a loner.
Did he say? I self-identified
as a loner. I'm gonna go brood and write my novel,
God.
Which he's so self-aware.
Yeah.
And then like he learns at the school newspaper because he wants to write for the newspaper again because he used to write for theirs.
Oh man.
In Riverdale, and he wants to write for the Red and Black?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Of Southside.
So cool though. He's got his own office, like the whole.
Yeah.
No
Can we talk about the atmosphere of the school though for a second? When she's giving the tour, we've got kids doing jingle jangle in the corner.
Can I automatically start with? I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna know.
No, do it. What?
Right? Been spending most our lives
living in a gangster's paradise.
That's literally what it was. I was like, "Where's Michelle
Power
Pfeiffer?
of the money.
Yeah,
money in the power. Minute after minute.
Oh man, I just wanted Michelle Pfeiffer to walk through for a moment and be like, "There it is, save these inner city children." Like that's all I wanted because that's what it felt like. Metal detectors, and then immediately after the metal detectors, here they are doing jingle jangle. And I don't know if I was a teacher. And I'm seeing kids that are at least older, and they're all gathered around doing Pixie Sticks. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna be like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, I need to know.
You're gonna be that meddlesome teacher.
I'm gonna be that teacher
in the parking lot.
Pretty much, because hey, congratulations, I saved your lives, and now you're gonna shank me. Well, okay, fine. Enjoy it when you're dead later. But I mean, you know, that sounds like my mother. She always says that's the thing she always says to me, like, "Oh, you'll appreciate me when I'm dead." Why are you so macabre? But that's literally, that's what I would end up saying to them, like, because automatically I'm like, no, man, there has to be something going on.
Right.
All these kids gathered around, it's an event to have Pixie Sticks?
But even like the teacher had given up. He's like, why is this Fahrenheit 41? Is it 41?
Oh, yeah.
And like no one's answering.
No, Fahrenheit 51.
51, thank you. Fahrenheit 51. And like Jughead's looking around like, fuck, for real?
Yeah, like no one?
No one? He's like, because that's the temperature paper burns.
Yeah.
Like, are you? And like, and the teacher's like, welcome to hell, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, like pretty much just like, well,
right.
Hey, you're the only kid that's going to learn anything. And it's like, well, okay, you can see how you're going to be head of the class. You're going to connect with the teachers. We can already see that.
Yeah.
Now, the guy, you kind of recognize him.
I did. I didn't look up where he was from.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's familiar.
I know him.
He's in so many things.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. He's in so many things, and I just wish I figured out exactly what he was.
Why is there a creature crawling across my laptop?
I don't know.
Creatures.
See, I'm telling you, it's getting close to Halloween. Everything. Oh my God, are they gonna have a Halloween episode?
I feel like they have to, right?
Yeah, right.
But like next week, it's after Halloween.
After Halloween.
So is that weird?
But they kind of did one, remember, before. So I mean,
they did
last year. Oh. They kind of did like a weird one right before. Was it the Black Veronica or Black Betty?
Was that considered the Halloween episode? It might have been.
I think so. I don't know.
What was the name of this teacher?
But honestly, just the school itself, there's so many things happening. Like, there's so many characters where it's like, are we going to get a spin-off concerning the school? Because we introduced Sweet Pea, which we spoke about.
Which was like Kmart Jughead.
Dude,
can we talk about him for a second? When he popped up, I was like, why is this?
Why does he look like the missing Sprouse brother? Like, literally, he looks like he is the third brother. Because I couldn't.
He's not even listed.
Else.
The teacher's not even listed. People, stop failing.
He probably won't show up again. You know?
Yes.
Because I mean, you know, Betty was trying to push to say, "Stay here." Yeah. So he may stay there. But the cast that they did introduce, I mean, think about it. The teacher, who we can't find the name of.
He's got to be more involved. There's no way he's not.
Yeah, Sweet Pea. You have what's her name?
I'm gonna just read reviews.
Tony. Okay. Tony, and then we also, of course, have Jughead. And then we'll be introduced to some ghoulies soon, very soon. We're going to have a leader of the ghoulies, so that will be interesting.
Yeah.
And with that going on, I'm telling you guys, it's enough for them to think about a spinoff, even though they won't do it, but enough to have a good story arc that surrounds Jughead right there at the school. And I think when it all happens and it all goes down and Jughead has to go back to Riverdale, he's going to be a tougher Jughead.
Oh, absolutely.
He's going to be a much tougher Jughead, and I am all for it.
And Jughead is going to attack this whole thing head on. The drug ring. He's super into figuring out, because they don't know how it happened and where the connection was and how the drugs were getting in.
Exactly.
And,
he found out.
You know, and he said, my father always says that the serpents weren't into drugs. He's like, but what if they're here? And what if it's the ghoulies? And he's going to investigate. And he's probably going to get beat up again.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen. Oh, and that was the thing.
Yeah.
Like him. Oh, even before that, actually, I wanted to talk about Betty and her kind of.
The weird triangle going on with Tony.
Yes.
Well, they did say like Tony's character is bisexual, and they're keeping. They said the showrunner says that they are keeping that angle for the character. So who knows if she's gonna like try and date Jughead or maybe Cheryl or some other random person or Betty. But yeah, they're gonna keep that aspect.
But you saw the moment. It was like, the coffee. Coffee pot.
Like great minds.
Oh, she got. Look what she got. It's a coffee pot.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Great minds. And that's a moment where usually you'd be like, oh yeah, that's great. Betty, on the other hand, was like, yeah.
So great.
Great.
Whatever. Oh, well, also she said backhanded compliment to her with, you weren't what I was expecting.
Oh, that's true. Okay, see, that's true.
You know, and so she's like, well, what were you expecting? And she was like, basically someone who looks like me. You know?
Which makes sense. And that's the thing. So it's kind of like, with that, is it kind of like, well, I'm telling you I'm better than you, and I should be with your man, maybe? Or is it just saying,
I don't know.
Maybe you should change a little. Maybe Black Betty should come out here. Who knows?
So we had a lot of Black Hood revelations in this episode. Ooh. So Moose and Midge are alive, thank goodness.
Yes.
But the Black Hood mails Betty's mother a letter, as well as Fred's missing wallet and the glasses from Miss Grundy.
Oh my gosh! Like seriously, it says, I killed. What it was?
I have it. I wrote it down because it was pretty awesome. It's like, I shot the adulterer in the diner, which is Fred, because Fred was having an affair. I killed the child predator.
My thing is, how does he know so much? How does he know so much?
He's going to be in an inner circle somewhere.
Yes.
And then he'd shot the drugged and sexed up teenagers.
Like, I can get how you figured out the drugged and sexed up teenagers. How did you know about the adulterer? How did you know about the...
He's a watcher in the woods.
The child predator, I think people kind of
He's the watcher in the woods.
That's right. It goes even farther, where he, with his manifesto, his admittance, where he says, my wrath is the price of your lies. I am the wolf, you are the flock. Yeah. This is the bloodletting. You will hear from me again.
Who's next?
Dude, yeah.
And now you got Polly. Welcome back, Polly. You've been missing for like 2 episodes.
Yes.
Who's pregnant, and I just love her. She's like, I am next.
Yeah,
I am the poster child. She's like, I am a teenager who's out of wedlock and pregnant with my cousin's babies. Ooh. Like, I am perfect. I'm going to the farm. Yep.
That was it. That's where I'm going. I'm going back. I wanted to go there. I'm going to the farm. And I think this is rolling quicker and quicker. When is her brother supposed to show up?
Episode 7?
Dang. Because I'm like, all this going on, I have to get here sooner. Yeah, and then take her to the... But, okay, it won't happen that way. Yeah. But, maybe she will leave, and then he'll bring her back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now we know why the wallet was so significant.
Yes.
It's not a deed to the land. It's not anything like that. It was his proof for the letter. So he could have written and said all those things, but no one would believe it. But if he writes it and mails the wallet and mails the glasses, it's him. 100%. And I love how how Betty's Mrs. Cooper is talking to the sheriff and the mayor. Yeah. And like the sheriff's like, no, I need at least a 24-hour hold on this letter. You're going to cause a panic. And you know what? I am all with Mrs. Cooper. I don't need to be protected. I understand some people like to live in a bubble. Right. But no, what causes more chaos is when you hide things from people. Yes. And that's when the conspiracy theories start. And that's when all that happens.
And also, if you didn't, for the Black Hood, and he knew to mail it to you, he knows who you are and where you are. If he doesn't find out that his letter is out, he's going to come for you.
And as we saw in the trailer for next week, Betty's like, he says he's doing this for me. Oh, yep. Now, that could be a red herring. It might not have anything to do with the Black Hood. It could have everything to do with Jughead. Yep. But it's interesting.
Yeah. And we're like, where's it going to go? I don't know. Something I really didn't know was Robin Gibbons' hair.
You were so mad about Robin Gibbons' hair.
I was so mad at her hair. It's just like, all right, you're an older woman, blah, blah, yada, yada. And being honest, you're an older black woman. Okay, fine, you're wearing a wig.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I would, like, literally, before I'm about to go on camera, let me look at myself. And if it's like, oh, no, we got to fix this. Because, I mean, you guys took care of the girl. She looks great. Even though that may just be her hair. Still, nonetheless, they still have to do it, you know? And it looks great. She does not look good. It does not look good at all. For me,
And you love her.
Oh, I love Robin Gibbons. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. But literally, she looks like a worn out Harriet Tubman. Like, if she showed up out of the woods and was like, I got a railroad, let's go, I would follow her anywhere she wants to, because it looks like she's been in the woods, digging underneath, like, cavernous things and saving people.
I can't
like, I'm just saying,
now. Did you just say that?
She looks like
Did you just say that?
I'm just saying that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to me.
My God.
And I'm like, Robin, please have somebody show up and fix it.
Her looks a lot like mine right now.
Oh my God. There has to be shops somewhere.
So
I don't know.
The chat's talking about Betty. And now Carlos says, like, I feel like Betty wants everyone to live in a pink and bubbly world with pink unicorns and things. And I agree. That's just kind of who she is.
True.
And Zach is like, Betty likes it when everything is about her.
Yeah. That's very true.
I don't know if I quite agree with that so much, because she's one of the first people who will help you.
Yes.
And I don't think the whole Kevin thing is about her so much.
But does she do it so she can still get the credit for helping you?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see Betty like that. I do see Betty as, like, she is meddlesome. Like Betty and I have a lot in common. She's a little meddlesome. She only wants the best for those around her because she cares so much.
Okay. All right.
And does she want a world of bubbles and unicorns and rainbows? Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Because who doesn't want that beautiful little world of bouncy clouds?
Very true.
Care a lot.
True. And I think in some ways you're right. She does. It comes from a good place.
Yeah.
Because it's so much of a good place that even when Kevin had his moment to round 2 for cruising, he had a thought. And that stopped me for a moment when he had that thought.
Oh my God, I thought Kevin was stabbed.
I thought it was happening right there. But it was the fear that he had, that he did, for a moment he had to realize that he was also living in a kind of, fairy tale land. Like, I'm always safe. Everything's fine. Blah, blah, blah. You're meeting people that you don't know, man. I mean, anything can happen.
And it's, it's a little bit of the conversation with Betty, and it's a conversation with Moose that, like, also kind of got to him.
Yeah. And I just, like, and it did make sense. I love how it snapped him into reality. And because it did, she went ahead and spoke to his father. And it was a beautiful moment with him.
Even though I don't think that was Betty's place to speak to his father.
No, it wasn't. But the thing is,
I understand why she did it, and she was really worried for him. But even I don't think I would have done it.
I think that's way overstepping your bounds.
Yeah.
I think it is. And the thing is, it's like, well, so you're going to choose to overstep your bounds in that way. And
this is cute. Anna says, in the end, the memory of her voice has saved Kevin. Which I think is cute. That's cute.
I like that. That's
but yeah, he had this beautiful moment with his father.
Yeah. I was saying earlier, like we talked about it, and the whole thing is for Kevin, what I'm seeing and what I'm noticing now, at least, his story arc is one of introduction into a world that a lot of people don't know, acceptance, and tolerance. I hate the phrase tolerance, though, because it's like, I just gotta tolerate you. No, but acceptance and tolerance. Yeah, but it's acceptance and tolerance of a world that a lot of people aren't familiar with, and it's great to see that on the show. And you see Moose going through it, where it's like, yo, I got this moment of clarity, and I understand, and you have to understand that people won't see things the way we do. We are people that live in a different type of world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was great. And then when the father finally says, like, it took me a while to realize it, but the father never pushed him away about being gay. It was just, I don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah, That's all it was. He wasn't upset that he had a gay son. He didn't hate the fact that he had a gay son. He just didn't talk about having a gay son.
And the thing is, I think it's just more on that level of, even if he didn't have a gay son, but he had a daughter, there are some things he just wouldn't know how to do or talk about. If, oh my God, I had my first period, I don't know. The neighbor came and talked to, I don't know. And then later when she's like, oh, I'm interested in a boy. Oh, who's that boy? I want to punch him. Not, oh, hey, let me learn about that boy. It's just, he's that guy. Yeah. It's like that old school man, so he doesn't know. He's an old school man with some new school thoughts, I guess, is the way to say it. So,
I like that.
Yeah, and he didn't push the son away. And then to make sure he embraced him and told him, like, yo, like, hug, and this is it. Like, I love that.
And I love what he said to him, because he wasn't mad at him.
Not at all.
He's like, Betty told me what you've been doing. And, you know, he could have absolutely screamed and yelled. And at first I thought it might be going that way because he called him boy.
Yep.
And you're like, when you say that, or you go, don't talk to me, boy. You're like, oh, God, what's about to happen?
He's about to punch him.
But then he was just like, you know, my number one priority for you is like, I need to know you're safe.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, I need to know you're safe.
And that was his worry. That was his concern. It was just, I'm a father and I am doing my job as a father. Yeah. And it was a beautiful scene. I loved it. I really did.
I think he had the most that Kevin, besides all the Black Hood stuff, I feel like Kevin had a very important story arc.
Oh, yeah.
Like, story to tell this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, concerning the Black Hood, I had a thought. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
Okay,
but,
ready.
I guess my ginger bomb for this episode. That's what I like to call
a ginger bomb.
My crackpot theory. I like to call them ginger bombs. So my ginger bomb is going to be: what if the Black Hood is that long-haired snake guy that pretty much brought the guy for Jughead to beat up or whatever?
Yeah.
What if that's who it is?
I know that's who you think it is.
I think maybe
I don't think that's who it is.
I don't know.
That guy, you would see his hair.
It's a crackpot theory.
I know.
You know.
I just don't agree with your crackpot theory this time.
Right,
I like to hear them.
Fine.
But it doesn't mean I agree with them.
Fine.
I know.
All right.
Carlos says I knew it was a dream because of course you did,
Carlos. You knew it was a dream. Dude, I did not. At that moment, we both. It was clutch the pearls.
I was
gone.
Not Kevin!
And I was like, oh my God, this is a really good turn. Like, as far as writers would go, if they left it in, he'd live because, the guy didn't turn it or not. He just stabbed. And then after that, he would have stabbed him and pushed him out the car or something. And then it would have been like, oh my God, he struck again. But then I looked at the guy and I was like, that face is too young though. So it can't be him. And it wasn't. So that was cool. But that would have been interesting because it would have let us know right there, I don't care who you are, no one's safe. We killed non-principal characters. Now we did hurt and maim someone that we've seen before. And then now we really get someone who's
that we care about.
Cast member. That would have been like, oh my God, it can happen to Archie. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know where we're going. But they didn't do it, so fine.
No.
I guess, But I would have loved that moment. I really would have.
Yeah.
It would have been so fun.
So let's go back to that conversation that Hiram was having with Archie.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
So Hiram, devil on his shoulder, tells him that the Red Hood is using terror and fear. Because fear is a very strong motivator. It's a very easy way to control people. Oh, yeah. People make decisions in their own lives out of their own fears.
That's right.
And most of the times it's the worst decision you can make for yourself. 2020 hindsight. So then Archie decides to turn his friendly neighborhood watch into a gang of red, they almost look pink, but like red, they gotta be red, right? Red hooded vigilantes. And he's there like a freaking terrorist, right?
Yeah.
Into a camera in front of a bunch of people whose faces are covered except for his, because he wants the Black Hood to know it's him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not afraid of it, but he's going to protect his other people.
I didn't really think about that until you said it right there. That's exactly why he did it that way. So it's like, yeah, these are all faceless people, but I want you to see my face because I'm putting myself out there.
And I'm coming for
you. And that was so dope.
But can I ask you this? Why are they all shirtless?
I felt so uncomfortable because I was like, why are they all shirtless and clearly oiled up? Like, what's going on
here?
There's
like one other dude sitting that was like, oh, I didn't go to the gym today, guys. And like put on like a cut-off shirt. And then you got Archie, who's just getting skinnier by the day.
He is. You can see it.
Poor KJ Appa. Like,
oh, man.
Boo-boo, I need you to eat. I know it's stressful up there. I know you're working 18 hours a day and you're crashing your car because they don't give you a driver because they don't care.
Oh, my God.
But I'm going to need you to eat some food.
It's called the Red Circle, but the way it looked for me, it was like the shirtless circle jerk. It was awkward. For me, it was just all these guys around.
Yeah.
And out of all the places Kevin would like to be, it was the one that he wasn't invited to. With all these men. All these guys are just like, hey, what's going on? And the one place I know Kevin was like, yes. And he wasn't there.
It's there.
Like,
you know
really?
What? Oh, no, he wasn't because he was often like being angry and shutting his locker at Betty.
Exactly.
But I was like, maybe he wasn't though because it's just like all the football players.
All the football players.
It's Reggie, who's obviously also hopped up on Jingle Jangle constantly.
Man.
Like Moose will be a part of it once he's back in the game.
Exactly.
Like
it was just like, wow, okay.
Why are they shirtless? That's my number one question.
But I guess it's to show the guy like, yeah, we've got buff guys. But
you could
too.
show that with a fitted shirt.
Isn't that intimidating? Buff men, buff shirtless men.
You could absolutely you could show the same thing in men with just really tight long sleeve shirts.
True.
Or
thermals.
Like a thermal, a V-neck.
No,
I would take a V-neck tee.
You see a bunch of dudes.
Why couldn't they just all be in the same shirt that Archie was wearing?
There you go.
Archie had a fitted shirt so you could see his physique.
That actually would have made sense because it was like, and he said like, we are Legion. Well, then if you are Legion, we all have to look exactly the same. And I get the hood was supposed to be the thing that we all look the same. But if they all had the same exact type of shirts and the same hoodies, it's like, you can't tell who's who. So make sure any one of us, anyone out here could be
anyone.
Yeah, it could be a red circle. Could be part of the Red Circle. So watch yourself. We're watching you.
So that silly. Like I just thought, like to end the episode on that image, I was like, oh, now we're watching the CW. That was the moment. I was like, and the CW is here.
Oh my God, that was good. That was good. I think. I'm sorry.
You're okay. Yawn away.
It's
late. We started late. It's cool.
Yeah, we did. And I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to discuss? I don't think there is for me. What about for you?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything. Did we cover
everything?
Guys, did we miss anything? Anna says Hiram doesn't want any distractions for his daughter. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. But I think Hiram's more on just a whole power play. He wants to make sure and flex his power in a way that's like very, very interesting. Because it was like, all right, I'm going to, trust me, she's going to see what he's inspired in Archie.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, oh, Dad! And he's like, just to let you know I can, and that's the whole thing. You want to be in here and you want to get your hands dirty? Well, you're going to do some things that you actually didn't expect.
Yeah.
And this is one of them.
We're not going to see part of it.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
Man.
Zach Bird says, I think the black hood works for Hiram. Hiram, I feel like absolutely has something to do with like the way he's so happy when watching this terror. I'm calling it a terrorist because
that's exactly what it is.
It's very much a terrorist video that Archie puts out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's it called when it's your homeland? What is it? Domestic terrorism.
There you go.
Like it's almost like a weird domestic terrorism video.
Yeah.
And Hiram is very happy about it in a weird way. It's almost like he's grooming Archie a little bit.
Well, hey, if I want someone that's going to be able to connect with my daughter, I need someone that's going to be able to protect her the way I would. So I'm going to need you to be just as strong, just as ruthless, just as corruptible.
Because what he called him something. He said, "But evil Archie" or something.
He said, "But evil." It was evil, Archie is blah blah blah. But I thought at a moment he called him evil Archie.
But evil Archie,
yeah,
that's what I thought. Like this Archie is this way, evil Archie is this way.
Yeah,
like that's what I thought.
But then when he finished the sentence, I was like, oh, he's just really bad at pausing for commas. Okay, but yeah, I mean that's exactly.
But evil Archie.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
There need to be like a local change. Is that what you're missing?
Yeah.
But overall,
I don't know if he actually does have something to do with the Red Hood because I mean the Red Hood. I'm thinking comics. The Black Hood.
Yeah.
Because I just feel that the wallet thing, giving it back and everything like that. If he didn't give that wallet back, or if they were like, "Oh, we got the wallet, the deed's missing," then I would have been like, "Aha!"
But there's none of that. Like, it's not even about the deed, you know.
I know. I just wanted that theory to be true.
So,
but okay, fine.
Yeah. So overall, what I gave this episode like a 4 out of 5, and so far I think I've given them all 4 out of 5 because I don't want to give it a 5 yet because I don't feel like we've hit that episode. It's gonna happen.
That's true. I think we haven't gotten to the long stride yet, but this
too early to give it a 5.
Well, see, the thing, exactly. So I'm giving it a 4. I saw a lot of people, they were going out of ranks of 10, and a lot of people were like, yeah, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So yeah, and if we have to do it that way, a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So that's, everyone's putting it high up there, everyone's giving it a high B, but we're not giving it the A. And I understand as to why. It's still early. We're still starting.
I'm giving it a B+, an A-.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
B+, A-, just because it has to have somewhere to go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Because, once again, that trajectory, they haven't stopped, and I don't want them to.
No.
So I don't want to give you that, hey, here goes that perfect 10, here goes that 5, top 5. Then all of a sudden, I can't have that. So right now, just give you something safe, and we'll roll with that.
Yeah.
So, I mean... With that, I'm loving it.
Me
loving
too.
it, and I really, really want to make sure that, with loving it so much, everyone else does love it.
I know. And, it's great. I love it so much.
A great way that you guys are being able to still communicate with us, besides right here while we shoot the show, and you can shoot stuff in conversations, we can keep the conversation going. And a great way to do it is with THS hashtaggers.
Yes.
That's our
Facebook
group where you guys are able to talk everything geek. And P.S. Riverdale does count as everything geek. So you guys can continue.
We cover it.
Yeah.
So duh.
Exactly. So talk about your theories and stuff you want to share. Share it right there. And we'll be able to share it out with people too. Like we have right now, we're doing our giveaway, and all you have to do is make your own Gingerdale cheer. Carlos has already done one.
Hashtag Gingerdale cheer.
Exactly. That's all you have to do.
I'm going to have to check this out. I'm
Hashtag
excited.
Gingerdale cheer. And you can actually put it there on hashtag THS hashtaggers. It's a group where you guys can join in. It's a community. Have fun. Talk amongst yourselves as nerds, geeks. I'm there. Everyone else is there. We show up every once in a while too. So
we're all there.
It's a great way to interact with just the nerd or geek community. Also, a great way to interact with nerds and geek community is to let people know that you are a geek. Let people know that you are a nerd. And a cool way to do it is by what you wear. Trust me, you wear a shirt, you walk out, people see it, first thing they do, they want to look at the shirt. Oh, that's cool. And then they want to talk about it because it's something that they like. Well, we are helping you guys to do that with TeePublic. We're partnered with TeePublic, so you go to teepublic.com/thathashtagshow, and you'll be able to purchase geek themed shirts. And right now we have a sale where we're dropping the price. So exactly.
I didn't even know that.
So THS hashtaggers, you guys are able to take advantage of that. Go onto the site, and for I believe so many hours, you're able to go ahead and get a discount from shirts that are $20, dropping down to $14.
Hello.
So that's good. Exactly.
$14.
And the excess money that usually will cost for like $20, they're gonna just have that put for the shipping. So $20.
Into it.
Boom. And congratulations, you got a really cool shirt. And it's one that is a conversation starter. So you'll be able to actually start some conversations just with your shirt alone.
I like it.
Beautiful. Who doesn't want that, right? I mean, someone saw you today, and what did they say about the shirt?
They're like, do you know who you're wearing?
Yeah. See?
I was like,
you know what city you're in?
Yeah. I was like, yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, that's what it was actually. I was like, what city you're in? I was like, yeah.
Well, they're not even in the.
Yeah. They just look at me, and I'm just like, what do you want me to do? I'm never gonna wear that blue.
See?
Bag up.
That's it. For me, it was just all, Willy Wonka. Oh, man, that's dope. Or other people, it went from different age ranges. So it was like, older people were like, Gene Wilder is such a great actor. Young people were like, oh, man, Willy Wonka. Nerd. And then other people were like, come with me. And you'll see. It was really weird when people start singing that song.
I love that song.
Oh, you're weird. But these moments can happen to you guys, too, just from getting those shirts. So head over to teepublic.com/thathashtagshow and get a shirt. And with that, I think
that's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, I think we're done.
At Gingerdale Community College.
Yeah, so that was fun. It's always great. Hopefully we'll have some new morning announcements coming up for you guys to be able to watch. Those are great tidbits where we give you info about the show and kind of keep you up to date also. Where can everyone find you?
You can catch me on Gingerdale every week that it's airing, and on the Watchtower where we cover all the superhero shows on the CW. I won't be on the finale of the horror show And we totally forgot for me to say goodbye last night. I didn't even think about it. But it's been so much fun. So make sure you check that out next week. They're going to play like the Ouija board and have a seance. It's going to be crazy.
Not a game.
Yeah, it's not a game.
It is not a game. It's partly why I won't be here.
My life is going to be ruined because I'm
Daniel.
Man, apparently.
Oh, and at Roguetastic on all social media. Daniel.
There you go. For me, exact same shows that Sarah's on because I try to follow wherever she's on.
He's my own personal stalker.
Exactly. But I am going to be on the hashtag horror picture show, and that will be this week. This Tuesday coming up. And yeah, we're going to participate in a Ouija thing. I am so not for it, but apparently from what I understand, Mickey is going to bring the sage and all that.
Oh, thanks, Anna. Anna's like, again, awesome after show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're going to have the room blessed and all that good stuff. So you can find me there. On social media, find me at Battlestar Galactica. On all bits of social media except for Twitter, it's that hashtag BSG. And that's it. So,
awesome. Guys, thank you so much for watching and chatting with us. And make sure you like this video. Comment after it like fully posts and isn't a live video anymore because we want to keep talking about this episode with you. If you have more thoughts, if you like Daniel's theory, if you did a cheer, give us like the hashtag on here and say it's ready for us.
Yeah.
You know, and share it out and let everybody know that you love Riverdale.
Exactly.
And we love Riverdale.
That's it.
And subscribe.
Subscribe and share the video. And make sure that when you do subscribe, you just maybe check it out and see what else we got going on. There's a lot going on.
Every day.
So the biggest thing I'm asking you for is just make sure you subscribe if you haven't. This way you're keeping up to date with everything trending.
In geek pop culture.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
My name is Daniel. I finish the show.
Oh.
You know I'm cool.
Yes, I do.
Because I go.